Ladies and gentlemen, do I have a video for you today? Oh my goodness. I mean, we have stuff here that you have not seen before, and I would probably say that's the case for 90% of the audience. We have channels on the logarithmic chart, regression channels on the logarithmic chart from an angle-based perspective and from a logarithmic curve-based perspective that come together to form a very important resistance conglomerate in the current price region that Bitcoin is testing right now. On top of this, the power law chart, a logarithmic channel, right? A parallel logarithmic channel for the most part, ascending to the upside, finding resistance right there on that region. The USDT dominance chart, the same story, reverse correlated to Bitcoin, hence finding resistance on the exact region we're testing right now. All of this is happening while Bitcoin is finding resistance from a 8-year-long ascending resistance line going right backwards to 2017, the all-time high in 2017, which actually marked the top in 2021 and is marking the local top right now. On top of that, all of this is happening at the same time that Bitcoin is looking like it's threatening to copy the 2021 all-time high double top fractal. So a lot of negative stuff going on right now, potentially negative stuff. However, I actually do see a light at the end of the tunnel here. And that light is being provided by the cycle itself. But it goes without saying, the risk here is very, very abundant, especially on a local level. So we need to look into all these things collectively, and I'll come to a conclusion about what the best course of action will be at the end of this video. Before we get into it today, guys, we have an exchange here that has never been hacked before in 3.5 years of being on the market. That is global non-KYC. You can sign up from anywhere in the world and use this exchange without a VPN. And furthermore, with my referral link down below, you can get a 15% trading fee discount attached to your account for life, as well as $8,000 plus USDT in trading rewards added to your account as trading bonuses for signing up with my referral link down below. This is big stuff here. It's an excellent deal. I reached out to them for partnership. They did not reach out to me. I don't get paid by them. The only thing I get is a referral link. And if you want all those things I just mentioned, which you should, trust me, I've done the scouting of the market, you can use my link down below to sign up. It takes 30 seconds and you'll get those rewards and bonuses and you'll help out the channel. I appreciate that, guys. Let's get into the content. Ladies and gentlemen, the way I'm going to structure this video is I'm going to start by analyzing the charts that are indicating that we're at strong resistance on Bitcoin right now. And then I'm going to explain why I think these charts actually will end up breaking bullish. Okay, I am bullish on Bitcoin. I do think we will see another parabolic move. And I do think that in spite of these charts collectively offering a major conglomerate of resistance where we are right now. So let's start by looking into the charts. Very, very large logarithmic regression channel on Bitcoin, stemming backwards to 2013. It has marked every single all-time high on Bitcoin so far. In fact, Bitcoin has never broken out above this channel. It marked the top in 2017, 2021 on both occasions, not just one of them, 2013, and it marked the top back here just in January. It wasn't a bull market top, but it marked our local top throughout December to January, which we rejected from, and we saw a big correction because of that. And right now, currently, it's also acting as resistance and marking a potential local top right here. Now, whether we see a short-term pullback to around 93,000 or not is something I've discussed extensively in prior videos. I don't think that would be bearish. I think that would be a justified local pullback, but I also don't think it's completely necessary. If it happens, though, don't be concerned. And this resistance is one of the reasons why I think it's possible. So this channel is very, very important, and it's offering very major resistance right now. We'll swing back and discuss it more in a second and discuss why I think it's not a massive deal, but I want to get into some more resistance quickly. The power law chart on Bitcoin, which is the only chart, look at the green line specifically, the only chart which predicted that Bitcoin would top out back here at 74,000 in 2024. No other chart I see even saw any resistance at 74,000. This is the only chart I saw that saw it. Okay, it also offered resistance on our local highs for the last 6 months, and it's offering resistance right now. I will swing back to that in a second as well. And the last thing I want to mention, and there are a few more things, but these are the main 3 things that I'm seeing is Bitcoin, testing its resistance right now, in addition to this 8-year ascending resistance line in yellow. But I've discussed that so many times, right? The USDT dominance chart, the chart that measures the strength of Tether stablecoin in relation to the rest of the cryptocurrency market. It's currently at 4.5%, meaning that 4.5% of every single dollar in cryptocurrency is sitting in USDT. Now, USDT being a stablecoin and being a coin through which people buy and sell cryptocurrency, means that essentially when this chart goes down, that's bullish for crypto because it means people are deploying their tether, selling their tether, and exchanging it for Bitcoin, for altcoins, for Ethereum. So we want this chart to go down. And you can see right here, we have a red ascending support band on this chart, which has actually marked the top on Bitcoin in 2021 and is marking the potential local top on Bitcoin right now as well. We want this line to break down because this chart, again, is reverse correlated to Bitcoin. And the fact that we're on support right now means that we're at resistance right now on Bitcoin. So 3 very major charts offering resistance. There is lights at the end of a tunnel, and I'll explain what those are right now. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, starting out with this logarithmic regression channel, which is something new that I haven't discussed many times on this channel before. I discussed it about a year ago. But I said I'd come back around to it when we tested it again, and I forgot about it here in December and January, but it looks like we are testing again right now. It's been brought back to my attention by a subscriber. Now, this is a channel that has measured and marked the tops on every cycle so far. And so if you're taking a very one-dimensional view, a very black and white view of Bitcoin, you'd say, oh, it's marked the tops in all cycles so far, therefore it's going to mark the top here and we're going to go downwards and crash, right? We're going to enter a bear market. But the reason why that doesn't make sense, in my view, is because even though this channel has marked the top previously, it has marked the top while the tops have remained coherent within the broader 4-year cycle. And the broader 4-year cycle says that we have 6 to 5 months remaining, 5 or 6 months remaining in the cycle until the top actually is marked in around October or November this year. So we have 5 to 6 months left. Okay, and we're coming up and testing this exact level for the second time in about 3 months, unless we reject from it for 5 months straight right here, right? We should be seeing a breakout and we should be seeing a new high formed above this channel. Now, another reason why I don't see that as particularly unlikely, even the broader cycle should be enough, but the second reason is logarithmic regression channels are inherently unsustainable. This line, this angle is flattening out over time, okay? It takes less and less and less power for Bitcoin to break this line over time. It has only risen a few thousand US dollars in the last 3 months because it's flattening out. Now, unless you are willing to assume that Bitcoin will never see an all-time high again, at some point, this channel has to break to the upside. And given the fact we have 5 months left of the cycle, I think that break will come now. That's the same reason why I think this power law chart in green will break. We're testing this exact same line for over a year and a half. We still have 5 months left in the cycle. I think it will probably break to the upside. And the same reason for the USDT dominance chart. 5 months left in the cycle. We're testing it for support right now. I think we'll probably break it to the downside. So I am optimistic on all 3 of these resistance zones due to the fact that Bitcoin has 5 months left and due to the fact that this channel right here is inherently unsustainable. And I think we're coming to a bottleneck point in which you'll have to break. And I also want to mention, in the same way that this channel here is valid, there's other channels on Bitcoin on the logarithmic chart that are valid as well, like this angle-based channel. Now, what you'll notice about this channel here is that every single cycle, it is marked tops and bottoms, and the angle of trajectory between top and bottom to bottom halves each cycle. This is a trend that is established on the bottom side and on the top side by now. And as you can see, if we do see a continuation in this trend, we would see a 6.2% or roughly 6.5% angle, not percent, sorry, a 6.5 angle of appreciation between the prior top and the next top. If the next top comes in around October, which is when we expect all-time highs as per 4-year cycle, that top will be at about $130,000, which of course is quite significantly higher than where we are right now. And so charts that are equally valid to this chart right here and this chart right here and this chart right here, like this one, assume that we go higher. So there's no reason to hold these charts above this chart here in validity, and this one says we should go higher. So that, on top of the fact that the cycle still has plenty of time remaining, I think is adequate reason to believe that these resistance zones, although formidable, will probably not lead to anything more than just a short-term pullback, if that. Now, again, I do think we can see a short-term pullback. We do have very important levels of support on Bitcoin at around 96,000 to 93,000, 96,000 being the volume profile POC, the area of most support on the chart here, and 93,000 being the support level, the macro range support level, which you can see in yellow stems backwards from 2021. So very important support between 93 and 96. And for that reason, if I am wrong, And if these charts actually are going to enter a bear market, if we actually are going to break the 4-year cycle here, if we actually are going to see a double top similar to 2021 or something akin to a double top, I don't strictly believe that was a double top, but I'm just using it for the sake of clarity. If we are going to see a breakdown, we know that if 93,000 breaks, that's pretty much certain at that point, right? The bear market probably has started if we lose 93,000, and we know that just by identification of that being the strongest support level we have. So what happens next on Bitcoin? Well, we either pull back to the $96,000, $93,000 region, most likely, and what I mean by saying most likely there is that is the region we'd probably most likely go to if we did see the pullback, or we break upwards and continue this bull market. In the worst case scenario, we break 93,000 and we enter a bear market. Those are the 3 scenarios we have. I would say that scenario 3, the bear market scenario, is incredibly unlikely due to the validity of the cycle. So very, very major threats here at this exact price region from charts that go back way to 2013. So huge threats here, but I don't think they're unconquerable. Let's see. Guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, and check out the Bitunix Exchange. If you were interested, of course, it's a global non-KYC exchange, no VPN required, unrestricted access there, which is a massive bonus in today's high regulatory environment. It's never been hacked before, and it's been on the market for 4 years. So 2 whole bull markets and a full bear market without a single security breach. Exceptionally good track record, and it's very low in trading fees. And those trading fees are made even lower with my 15% trading fee discount, which you can get attached to your account for life if you use my link to sign up below. So do that. Takes 30 seconds just with an email address and a password. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good one.